Hi guys, my name is Apurva Sir and I am the Geography and Environment faculty at Tathastu ICS. In the due course of these videos, I will be explaining certain important terms to you related to geography and environment, which will help you in your prelims and your mains examination. These will be very quick and brief introductions, but these introductions will definitely help you in understanding these terms in a better manner. Now, today the term that we are discussing is the most talked about term in present times, that is climate change. Now, when we are talking about climate change is defined as a phenomena in which the temperature changes are taking place on Earth, the weather changes are taking place on the Earth, and the overall environment of the Earth is changing. If you are experiencing warmer winters, if you are experiencing colder summers, then my friends, your region is experiencing the climate change that we are talking about. Now, there are many different causes of climate change that we have, but the most important cause of climate change that we have are the human activities. The human activities are basically leading to the emission of what we call as greenhouse gases. Now, what these greenhouse gases are doing, these greenhouse gases are trapping the sun's heat into the earth and thereby increasing the surface and the atmospheric temperatures. Now, by these greenhouse gases, what is happening? There is a constant rise in the Earth's temperatures, and that is why we are experiencing a scenario known as global warming. And this global warming is one of the major, you can say, evidences that we are observing related to climate change. So, we can say it in this manner that the human activities are leading to the emission of greenhouse gases. This greenhouse gases is leading to a scenario known as global warming, and this global warming is the most important evidence of climate change that we are having. Now, we need to understand which are these greenhouse gases that are being emitted and what are its major sources. So, when we are talking about greenhouse gases, though there are multiple greenhouse gases, but the five most important greenhouse gases are water vapor, carbon dioxide, nitrous oxide, ozone, and methane. These are the five most important greenhouse gases that are causing the phenomena of global warming and are leading to climate change. Now, when we are talking about these greenhouse gases, there are certain important human activities which are leading to a constant rise in the amount of these gases. Now, let us discuss that which are these activities that are leading to a constant increase in the amount of these gases. So, when we are talking about the major human activities that are leading to the emission of greenhouse gases, the most important activities, but obviously the burning of fossil fuels. When we are burning petroleum, when we are burning coal, when we are burning any type of shale gas, etc., all these are leading to high emissions of carbon dioxide. And carbon dioxide, being one of the major greenhouse gases, is causing a lot of global warming. Another scenario that is responsible for this climate change is deforestation. The trees are able to absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere for the process of photosynthesis. But when deforestation is going on, when the amount of trees is reducing, the absorption of carbon dioxide is reducing and more carbon dioxide is being accumulated into the atmosphere. Another major scenario is related to industrialization and urbanization. The industries are emitting huge amounts of carbon dioxide. The urbanized homes are liberating a high amount of greenhouse gases from their ACs, etc. And that is why also the amount of greenhouse gases is increasing in the atmosphere. Now, apart from this, many agricultural activities like the farming of rice, etc., is leading to the emission of methane and nitrous oxide, and even waste that is being generated in millions of tons on day-to-day basis is leading to the emission of greenhouse gases. So, we have fossil fuels, we have deforestation, we have industrialization, we have urbanization, we have agriculture, and we have waste as the major causes which are leading to the emission of greenhouse gases. Now, after understanding the causes of climate change, we also need to understand what are the major impacts of climate change that we are experiencing on human life. So, when we are talking about the impacts, beta, among the impacts, we need to understand the most important impact that we are observing as of now is the rise in global temperatures and the heat waves. We all living in different parts of the world are experiencing abnormally high temperatures, which are not consistent with the months in which these temperatures are occurring. And such conditions where abnormally high temperatures are being observed are called as heat waves. Now, due to these rising temperatures, what is happening? The glaciers are melting and the sea levels are rising, and this rise in sea levels can definitely lead to coastal flooding. Now, there is also a scenario related to many natural disasters due to climate change. What is happening? Floods, droughts, and cyclones are increasing, and due to this, there is an impact on agriculture, due to which the food security of the world is declining. We humans are well equipped with such temperature changes since we can stay indoors, etc. But the other species are not so well equipped, and that is why the loss of biodiversity is also taking place. And due to the rising temperatures, the prevalence of microorganisms is also increasing, and due to that, the diseases are constantly increasing in the world. So if we are talking about the impacts, we have heat waves, we have rising sea levels, we have increasing natural disasters, we have food insecurity, we have loss of biodiversity, and we have the prevalence of diseases. So these are the major impacts that we are observing due to climate change. So my students, this is a brief description of what actually is climate change, that is the changes in temperature, weather patterns, and overall environment. What are the major causes of climate change, which is deforestation, fossil fuels, industrialization, urbanization, etc. And what are the major impacts of climate change, such as heat waves, rising sea levels, natural disasters, loss of biodiversity, and diseases. I hope you find you found this information to be useful. You found that in this manner, in a matter of a few minutes, we will be able to revise all your concepts of geography and environment in a very short period of time for your prelims and your mains. So that is all for today from my side. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Take care. God bless.